Hi, Shalom. This week's Parashat Shemini, starts with a word that may sound familiar to some. Vayhi. Vayhi Bayom HaShemini. Just last week we celebrated Purim, where we say Vayhi B'mach Hashverosh. And it's the Gemara, the Talmud, in Megillah Daf Yud Bet, which mentions both of these Vayhis. The Gemara brings, the tradition says it, that every time a word, a verse, starts with the word Vayhi, it's Lashon Sa'ar. This must be that the context was grief. And Vayhi B'mach Hashverosh, the Gemara says, because Haman, and it goes through several examples. And the Gemara says, well, what do you mean? This week's our Parashat Shemini, starts Vayhi Bayom HaShemini. Now, surely this was an amazing opportunity. This was a great time. Finally, the Mishkan is being assembled and the offerings all going to be brought. This is finally the day. Surely it's a happy day. In which case, why does this week's Parashat start with the word Vayhi? And the Gemara reminds us that no, actually there was a very sad element to it. There was grief, and that is the death of Nadav Avihu, two of our own sons. Perhaps there's something else here which was a source of grief, which is a source of tsar. Later on in the parasha, the Torah says that Moshe tells Aaron, Kirav Mizbeach, come, basically start your offering. And Rashi in the commentary is trying to understand what was happening. And Rashi brings that basically Aaron was bosh. He was embarrassed, some would say ashamed, from doing that move, from making that step. And Moshe Rabbeinu tells him, no, this is your job, this is your time, you should do it. Why was he embarrassed? Why was he ashamed? And many would explain it's because Chet HaEgel. Unfortunately, Aaron was involved in that process. But perhaps there's something else. You see, the Mishkan ideally was supposed to be in Eretz Yisrael. If not for the Chet HaEgel, if not for everything that came out of it, we would have been now in Eretz Yisrael, where the holiness really truly should be. The place of spirituality should have been in Eretz Yisrael. The Mishkan should have been built in that place. And Aaron just can't let himself start this moment. This is the wrong place to be doing it. I can't go there. He needs that personal invitation from Moshe, because to see himself and to understand that apparently he's also responsible for this as well is just too much for him. To start this holy work, to have this deep connection with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, with God, outside of Eretz Yisrael, is just something you can't take. And it's something which is Vayhi as well, it's Tar. Because it's in Eretz Yisrael where we're supposed to learn to combine, to bring that spirituality together with the Avodah, together with all the mitzvot, which include all elements of living as Jews. And when we have it outside of the context, when it comes just with the spirituality as nothing else, it may lead us to think that is the way in which we're supposed to live our lives. And that is definitely indeed a source of tsar, because the place of spirituality needs to be in Eretz Yisrael, and that is why perhaps Aaron just can't do it. He can't let himself, and it's not until Moshe Rabbeinu tells him, Karav Mizbeach, that actually does that. We be zochet to bring spirituality as much as we can in Eretz Yisrael, Bezrat Hashem, those who are outside of Eretz Yisrael as well, but Be'emet, for the Mishkan, for the Bet Mikdash, Bezrat Hashem, to be built in Eretz Yisrael, B'merav Yameinu, Amen.